Good morning, guys. Let's step into the office. What up, guys? It's Tuesday. It's super hot. I got some sun here. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You guys can hear me. So, today's video is going to be about 5 things you can do to kind of stay motivated, stay positive while you're out doing gig life, and maybe it's not busy. Things to keep your mind focused and straight and positive when maybe it's slow, or maybe you're having a bad day, or how to set yourself up for a good positive outlook on your day regardless of kind of what's going on around you, because that's going to happen to every one of us. Sometimes in consecutive days, maybe for a whole week, it's a rough week. It's going to happen at some point if you do gig life enough. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you 5 tips and or strategies that I personally use to help me. Let's go. Perfect day to make this video because, man, I've had it on for 50 minutes and the Uber and the DoorDash, not one offer yet. So, things you can do to kind of keep motivated, keep your mind right when it's slow or things aren't going your way. These aren't in any particular order, but I'm gonna give you 5, okay? The first thing for me, okay, we talk about having goals, and we should all have, at this point, we should have a monetary goal that we want to make for that particular shift or for the whole day, right? And then that goal can change or adapt or whatever. But my first piece of advice, first strategy I like to use when it's slower is don't be afraid to change and adapt your goal for that day if you need to, okay? This is what I mean. If you need to make $100, don't kill yourself out here to get to the $100, okay? Also, if one zone that you usually work in isn't very busy that day, or you're having issues with the merchants, if you can, depending on your market, these things are market specific, guys, okay? I know some of us are in urban markets, downtown markets, busy markets, rural markets where you got to drive more, whatever. So, but don't be afraid to change zones if you need to, okay? If you're somebody that likes the hot spots, don't be afraid to go away from that hot spot. Maybe there's too many drivers there. Be willing to adapt your strategy within those moments, okay? Don't do it too impulsive. If it's only been 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, be patient. But if you're sitting somewhere for 30 minutes or an hour and it's not going off, something's wrong. Maybe drive to another hot spot, drive to another zone. You got to be willing to, change that monetary goal if you need to. Don't push yourself too much. If it's slow, it happens. Okay, think of it like a sales job. You're selling cars or something like that. You're not going to knock it out the park every day, right? Maybe you make it up. You want to sell a car today and you don't. It just means you got to maybe sell 2 the next day. Don't overstress yourself when it's slow. That's my first advice. Number 2. When you need that inspiration, that motivation, it's slow, it's not been a great shift, whatever. Something that I do sometimes to help me is I call a friend, I call a family member, okay? And I have a conversation. I pause my dash. I turn the Uber off. Whatever you do with Grubhub, I don't know if it's pausing or I think those are blocks. But anyways, for me, pause the dash, turn the Uber off, and give myself 5 minutes. I call a friend. I text somebody, hey, how's it going today? Tell me about your day. And I separate my mind from my gig life for 5 or 10 minutes. And it helps sometimes put perspective on things. It helps break up my day. I find that really helps. And sometimes I can get motivation from somebody, right? Maybe they're having a bad day too, and we can talk about it and then we can relate. Or maybe they're having a great day and I like, thanks, man. You know what? Yeah, it's been not a great day for me, but hearing that you had a good day was like, I kind of needed that, right? And some of us might look to YouTube for that, whatever. For me, I'm on YouTube enough, so I have to get it from somebody outside of that universe. And for me, I could have a conversation with my mom, my dad, a sibling, a close friend of mine, my girlfriend, somebody within that realm that I can just kind of have a nice conversation with. I stay connected with them. That really helps me try it out. Still waiting for our first offer. Haven't even had an offer yet. Usually at this time I would have had 20 to 40 Walmarts. Maybe something's going on. I went to the DoorDash app where customers can order. That seems to be working fine. Anyways, number 3. Things to do, things you can do when it's a bad day, it's a stressful time, it's not busy, trying to stay motivated. Books. I say books because I don't read as much as I'd like to, but I skim sometimes, right? I'm going to start reading more, because what happens with me is I get bored, I get onto my phone and I look at stuff, and sometimes that can't be good, right? You got to unplug. Bring a couple books with you. Mama Mentality. If you don't have this book and you're a basketball fan or somebody that wants to be motivated anyway, grab this. Great pictures, but stories. Mama Mentality, all I gotta say. The other one I've been starting to read is How We Lead Matters. I have a lot of like managerial books and like leading books and things like that, and I'm a natural leader, if I'm being honest with you guys. I managed lots and lots of people in my prior life, and I'm still kind of a leader right now, even with the YouTube. I feel like that sometimes, but I don't know everything, right? And you have to lead people different ways, so this is a good book for that, okay? How We Lead Matters. There's a lot of books like that. I read sports, history, and like self-help kind of books. Those are kind of like what I enjoy to read. So bring a book with you. You could read while you don't have to pause your dash, but unplugging from the electronics, and like we're on our phones a lot and things like that, it helps me, and it kind of sharpens my mind a little bit, and I can read something and it triggers some motivation for me and things like that. It could be any kind of novel for you. It could be whatever, any kind of book, but bring a book with you. You're going to have slow times, right? It's a good way to kind of get that mental brain muscles juices flowing, okay? So that's number 3. What a perfect day to do this video. This is awesome. So it's been 35 minutes, not one offer. Tip number 4, guys. All right, I'm staying positive still. It's way early still, so it's fine. So another tip that I like to do is you got to get out of your car sometimes. We're in our car a lot for us full-timers. Get outside, go to a local park. If you're close to one, walk around, stretch your legs. Like, you got to get out of the space that maybe is negative, okay? And get into the sunlight a little bit. Get the sun on your face. Like, separate yourself from that space. Walk around the car a little bit. Eat a snack. This is kind of like 4.5, I guess. Bring snacks with you. When people become frustrated, we like to snack, right? Bring water. Bring snacks. Plenty of them. Nothing worse than you're not making money and it's slow, but you're spending it. You go into Starbucks, you're getting this, and I'm guilty of it. But bring snacks. Save you money when you're not making it. Those $2 to $8 transactions, right? Spending it at gas stations and things really begin to add up if you look at the course of a week and a month and a year. Thousands of dollars potentially. Bring snacks. Step outside. Walk around. Get the sun in your face. That's tip number 4. Still nothing. Going on 50 minutes of being out here. Not one offer. It's got to be a glitch. I've never experienced this. But I want to show you guys something. This is where I'm at. I'm in a hot zone. But if you click if you tap on the question mark, why am I not getting orders? Click on that, and it says, in your area, it's slow. We might have too many dashers on the road for the number of orders. Okay? It says it's slow, right? If I exit out, if I end my dash right now, I'm going to show you guys what I see. Okay. 20 minutes ago, it said busy. Now, it doesn't say busy, but it's not blanked out. So I'm going to have to drive maybe to a little bit of an area. I'm pretty close to the other two, the one that says busy, the one that says very busy. But this is crazy. In my area, usually it is pumping at this time. Even if it's crap orders, I'm not even getting that. So let's get into the topic of number 5. 5 things to do when it is like this. Tip or strategy number 5, guys, and this is going to be a very simple one. You got to remind yourself in those moments of frustration and slow and there's issues and all that stuff, right? We talk about this. Why are you doing this? Eye on the prize. Why are you doing this? One more time. Why are you doing gig work? Maybe you keep a picture of your family, if you're doing it for them, right up here, right? In your phone. If you're trying to pay off a house or a car, put a picture of that somewhere. Visualize that. Think about that. Eye on the prize. Why are you doing gig work? Don't lose focus of that. Those are my 5. Some people might agree or disagree. What are your 5? Maybe take one of my 5. Make your 5. Make it a habit to think about these things and do some of these real life actions as it's slow and as issues happen. And don't forget, take moments to stop, pause, breathe, relax, adjust, reevaluate, reset your mind. You got this. You're doing gig work for a reason. You're a natural born hustler. You're not somebody that's just going to sit around, right? You're betting on yourself already. That's the first step. You got it. Keep grinding. It will get worse and it will get better. The highs and lows of the gig life. But always remind yourself, why am I doing it? And don't forget, bet on you, set goals one day at a time. I'm out, guys. See you mañana.